She's so fine. Hell of her, blows my mind. Hell of her, lights my day.
What's good, guys? Today is Tuesday, December the 15th, 2020. I was reading the Chicago Tribune, today's morning edition, Chicago Tribune, a little later than I usually do, and I came across this article, and it referenced this article, or this incident rather. So I wanted to bring the original incident and then do a follow-up. Okay, so this incident, it says surveillance video shows Chicago police dragging female student down the stairs using a stun gun. It's from April the 12th, 2019, and I'll play the video in just a second. It went viral, I'll tell you that much. The video went viral. It was that type of video. The actions of two former Chicago school resource officers toward a 16-year-old student, including dragging her down a flight of stairs and tasering her 3 times, are being further called into question after the release of new surveillance video on Thursday. Denigma Howard, 16, had allegedly disobeyed a teacher who told her to put her phone away when she was kicked out of class in the early February incident. Her father, Laurentio Howard, had come to John Marshall Metropolitan High School to pick up his daughter when a confrontation between the teen and the 2 school police officers deteriorated into a physical fight. In cell phone video shared days later, Howard can be seen at the bottom of a flight of stairs, kicking out at the officers, 1 male and 1 female, but it's unclear what led up to the incident. School surveillance video, newly released by Chicago ABC station WLS on Thursday, tells a different story than what police said at the time that the 16-year-old began fighting the officers. Instead, in the surveillance video, Denigma Howard and an officer can be seen standing at the top of the stairs when the officer grabbed her and tackled her to the ground, then dragged her down the stairs by 1 leg. That's a photo from the incident. That's shortly after they drug her down the stairs by 1 leg, mind you. Also, 4 students looking on. In the video, you can see they pull her by the leg down the stairs, the whole flight of stairs. Laurentio Howard, who was standing by as his daughter was punched and tased, told WLS. I thought maybe they were going to try to choke her out or she would lose consciousness or something like that, he added. They had their foot on her chest. She has asthma. She was telling me she can't breathe. The initial cell phone video did not fully show the actions of the police officers at the bottom of the stairs as they moved out of view. In the new video, they can be seen pinning her to the ground, throwing several punches, and eventually using a stun gun on her 3 times. Both officers were reassigned in the wake of the incident, Chicago police said in February. A police spokesman said that the officers had been assigned to different duties within the district. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability has not given us a recommendation to relieve them of police powers as of yet, the spokesman added. One of the officers is currently on medical leave, the spokesman added. We hold our officers to the highest level of professional standards. CPD will remain guided by the facts of the investigation, the department said in a statement. Due to the fact that this incident is currently under the jurisdiction of COPA, for the purpose of an independent investigation, we cannot comment on the specifics of the incident or the investigation. Again, another photo taken. This is taken from the top of the stairs looking down. You can see the 16-year-old on the ground with the 2 officers standing above her. Denigma Howard was initially charged with 2 felony counts for aggravated battery against a peace officer. Those charges were later dropped by the state's attorney's office. The Board of Education and the Chicago Police Department continue to fail our children, Howard's lawyer Andrew M. Stroth said. An unarmed 16-year-old girl was beaten, kicked, punched, and tasered by officers Johnny Pierre and Sherry Tripp at Marshall High School. The Inspector General's report and the consent decree have made clear recommendations to effectively address the issue of police in school. Stroth also called on Mayor-elect Lori Lightfoot to address this important issue and make our schools safe. Let's watch this video. And I warn you, it's probably going to increase in volume. That's just the way I try to give a warning, because I know how it is when I have on headphones and that happens. So this article appeared in the Chicago Tribune today. Girls shocked by taser in line for a $300,000 settlement. Wrote by John Byrne. A girl who was shocked with a taser by police during a scuffle at her West Side High School is in line for a $300,000 settlement in the case that drew widespread attention after video of the incident surfaced. The City Council Finance Committee on Monday approved the settlement in the 2019 federal civil rights lawsuit the girl filed against the city. The full City Council will consider the proposal Wednesday. Police shocked the then 16-year-old junior with a taser at Marshall High School in January 2019 after she bit one officer and kicked and punched another during a scuffle that sent all three tumbling down a staircase. The video shows two officers approaching the girl as she walked the hallways of the school. When she moved away, one officer lunged forward and grabbed her, pushing her down toward a flight of stairs. The girl was then dragged down the steps, the officers holding her arms and legs. When they landed at the bottom of the stairs, one of the officers appears to be on her knees as she pins the teen down. The other officer appears to kick the teen and put his foot on her. Eventually, a stun gun was used on the girl. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability is reviewing the incident, which helped increase the scrutiny on police officers serving in Chicago public schools. The Chicago Police Department subsequently changed its rules, determining when school resource officers can, quote, physically engage, end quote, with students, City Attorney Jeff Levine said Monday. The two officers no longer work as school resource officers, Levine said. The Tribune is not naming the girl because she is a minor. Well, we already know her name is Denigma Howard. After a video of the incident went viral, prosecutors dropped 2 counts of felony aggravated battery against the girl. She subsequently filed a federal lawsuit against the city, the police department, and the Chicago public schools. The federal suit contends she was, quote, without justification, physically abused and traumatized by 2 Chicago police officers, end quote. It says the officers were assigned to the school, quote, without proper recruitment, training, direction, or supervision, end quote. This is the paragraph that they tossed in here at the bottom, which I thought was interesting. Also Monday, aldermen advanced a $295,000 settlement for a family that said police wrongly raided their house while serving a search warrant, and a $162,500 settlement for a man who said police wrongly accused him of a firearm possession. I thought this was interesting, that these 2 incidents only got 1 paragraph, but specifically the first one for the family that said police wrongly raided their house while serving a search warrant. I think we're all familiar with the Breonna Taylor situation from my state. Embarrassing, to say the least. But yeah, the way they've worded this article appears to be on her knees as she pins the teen down. The other officer appears to kick the teen. Yes, it happened. You can tell even in the writing of the article that it's like they still will not take accountability for what's going on. All I can say is if that were my child, it would be hard to sit there and watch that take place. So her dad exercised a great deal of restraint. I'll give it to him. I tip my hat to him because I don't know that I could have done that. I have been called to the school many times for the cell phone situation, so I'm very familiar with that. I didn't walk up on an incident like that because I'm here to tell the story right now. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I'm going to end this article, this video. But this, I guess she's 17 now. Denigma Howard is now in line for a $300,000 settlement over that incident. And I just wanted to update those that had already heard about that incident previous, because I didn't bring it to the channel. So it's there now. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. You guys have a great day.